Alright, we are back with TerraTech, and you can see that I've played just a little bit. I waited for the nighttime to pass since the last episode, and I bought a few tractor pads here. This vehicle is not our best configuration, and it's not easy to get to some of these batteries. In fact, let's just, move that guy. Come on, turn around. What we really want to do is make sure that we can get to all these batteries really easily so that we can charge them up. And in order to do that, what we're going to do is move a few guns around here and have a few facing towards the back, and then we'll drag all these batteries over here and charge them up. And the reason that you want to make sure you get all the batteries is that when you connect these batteries, if there's one in here that's empty in the middle that I can't reach, it's going to automatically even out the power between them all. So two fully charged batteries will drain into that one and they'll all be 2/3 charged. So we really want to be able to just get these all off of here and charge them all up. Otherwise we're kind of wasting some time. But yeah, so what we're going to do now, we're about partway through level 2. We've got our tractor pads, we've got guns that shoot out in every direction, so we should be pretty well protected, and we just need to go get some resources. So wood is an okay resource. It sells for a little bit. We'll grab a little bit of that while we're here. Let's go ahead and back up, grab all that stuff. But really what we want to do is get some of the more valuable metals and see if that's just regular grassland rock. Nope, that's plumite. So let's go ahead and get that stuff too. Okay, and sometimes it's kind of difficult because it'll end up under your vehicle, so we're going to turn around, and eventually we're going to do a better vehicle for harvesting that has like tractor pads in the front and that sort of thing. But what we want to do is just grab a bunch of materials and try to make some cash. So I'm going to do that. Let's just grab a few things and I'll show you how this works. We do have a refinery, so we can process this stuff and turn it into, that's probably good for now, turn it into some whoa, or we're going so fast we're dropping stuff. That's interesting. Shouldn't happen. Okay, so let's go a little bit slower than that. I didn't think it was possible to go fast enough to drop it, but looks like it is. So what we want to do is we want to drop this off near our refinery, and then what will happen, whoop, if I can get this thing turned around correctly, is it's automatically going to start refining stuff here and then putting it into the delivery cannons. So we'll see, yep, there you go, here's one piece of refined, whatever that lumite is, I think, and then it goes in the delivery cannon, and that sells for quite a bit more than just selling the raw stuff. So it takes a little time. We probably need to get more refineries eventually, but this is going to work for now, and we can keep going off and harvesting more materials while this is selling. And that really is making a big difference for us. So you can see we do have an objective marker over here, and I think that's actually showing us where the trading post is. So we don't really have anything that we have to do right now. We're kind of on our own. But I did go into the test chamber, the R&D area, in between episodes, and I built a couple of vehicles that we might want to use. They take, I think the first one is like 1,800 credits, and that's just a very basic defense tech. And the next one that I have is I think 8,000 credits or so, building bucks, whatever they are, battle bucks. And that one is more of a harvester hauler type vehicle. And so we're going to try and save up about 12,000, so we have enough to buy both of those and some change. And then we're also going to sell back all the parts for this vehicle when we do that. So that'll give us back some cash as well. And selling parts from techs actually gives you quite a bit of extra cash. Let's see, we get some plumite down here, it looks like. Yeah. So like I said, I'm going to do that, and I'll be back when I have some more cash. Alright, that guy looked like he was trapped, but now we've got all sorts of stuff coming in towards us. Let's get closer so all of our mortars can hit as well. We've got shields and he doesn't. I think that's going to be alright. And yeah, as long as our shields don't drop, this should be very safe for us. See if we can get to his cab. Man, he's got that well protected in the middle there. I think we've got it now. Yep, looks like we did. Okay, so this is going to be a bunch of stuff to harvest. We've got some wheels that we need to carry back with us. Some raw materials. Let's keep weapons if we can. Oh man, we got a bunch of mortars. That's very interesting. Okay, so let's see about that. Let's do that way. There we go. Man, we have all sorts of stuff now. That's a lot of guns. So we're going to grab all of these things and stick them up here. I know we can't use all of these yet, but we're going to sell all these extra parts that we don't need and get some more cash that way. Now, let's just go ahead and make a couple of trips here. We're not that far from our base, and I think we'll be able to do that and then get back and get the rest of this stuff. Because there's some extra blocks here that'd be very nice to have. There's 2 wide blocks. And if we drop a few resources on the way, that's not a big deal. We're going to make several trips. Okay, so we're going to throw this stuff to the refinery. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to sell some of this stuff. I don't think we can sell it directly there yet. So let's throw that in there to get repaired. We'll throw that on there. And I think we can sell some of the smaller stuff directly. Maybe not? Maybe we can't here. Okay. So we'll have to take that over to the refining station. And it looks like our batteries are really running low as well. Let's see if we can't go harvest all of this stuff over here, and we'll just connect it all to our base so it doesn't despawn. And then we'll make a couple of return trips. So let's see, we're just going to stick all this stuff on here. We'll stack it up and see if we can carefully drive it back. That's what we're going to do. Take a couple of wheels. And let's see if we can get that one. Yep. There we go. We're going to back up just because this thing is really going to be back heavy here. And that way we can stack all this stuff up. Oops. There we go. Okay, so let's do this. To pull all that stuff off of there. We're going to attach one of those to our base, and then we're going to do the exact same thing over here. We're just going to stack it all up. And unfortunately, we just ran out of daytime. So this is going to help us keep stuff that we need. We can start attaching pieces that we don't need but want to keep on that side. Okay, so we're going to turn this guy, whoops, turn that guy that way. Turn that guy that way. And no, these won't fire on their own, but that's okay. Like I said, we're just keeping these for the short term. Let's just start sticking stuff down there. Okay, and don't need that one. And we still got quite a bit of backwards and sideways firepower. Oops, looks like we're missing that piece as well. Stick that guy on there. And yeah, so I'm going to wait till it's daytime again, and then we'll get back to it. I'll probably do a little bit more harvesting at night. As long as I don't see any enemies, should be alright. Okay, that's going to take a long time to sell, but we have dismantled the tech we shot up on the way here and this current tech. We've just saved a couple pound cannons, and actually I think I can put them on the sides here, even though it's going to be tough to stay upright like that. Yeah, that's kind of funny. So we can shoot ourselves backward that way. We want to keep the pound cannons and throw them on the design we're going to buy. And we've actually already got 6K, so we can definitely buy the small one, several of those if we needed to. And we can almost buy the big one. A couple of things seem to get stuck under there. But this does have 4 pads. They hold like, I don't know, 10 or 12 stacks each. So there's just a ton of parts. And you can see the tech parts sell for quite a bit more than the raw or refined resources. And with all these blocks and things queued up, we're just going to sit here for a little while and capture all that money. And then we'll head back to our little base area. Alright, we've sold about half of this stuff. And we've got enough to buy our first tech here. So let's go ahead and go to techs. And you can see we've got plain waffle down here, which is one that I built very early on. This is a very, very basic defense rig. And then this is brick 1. And there we go. We've ordered it, and it should arrive here in just a minute. Might have to back up and let it give some room, but it takes a couple seconds sometimes to load up the schematic and then drop it in here. But once it does, then we'll have that vehicle as well. There we go. And now we have 2 different techs, so we can switch back and forth between them, which is pretty handy. I'm going to take this pound cannon, or the mortar off of there rather, and I'm going to switch this up a little bit and put 2 of these pound cannons on it. There we go. And I don't think you can sell extra... Oh, you can sell extra cabs. Fantastic. And I'll bet that gives us quite a bit. But this thing, you can see, is very, very forward-facing. It's really meant to harvest and defend, and that's pretty much it. It's got 3 big drills on the front. It'll gather stuff. That's doing very well. And I don't know what we got, 240 for something. That was great. It wasn't the cab, though. Kind of curious what the cab itself sells for. See if we can see that when it gets sold. And it's letting me know that that's not charged. That's fine. Small wheels don't sell for much. Desert wheels, we'll see. Not sure how it picks the order of what it sells and where. Ooh, 400. That was impressive. For one of the big desert wheels. Yeah, and like I said, I'm not sure how it picks the order for putting things on the delivery cannon. It might just be checking periodically. Or it might have a preference of one side versus another. And I don't think you can put more than 1 cab onto a single vehicle. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think that would make any sense anyway. Oh, you can, though. Okay. Well, maybe we'll hold on to that, and we'll see if we can buy... Actually, can we buy one of the rotating anchors? I don't think we've unlocked those yet. Fixed anchor, that's a forward-facing one. The rotating anchors would let me put up some defenses at home. Now, see, all of these things are supposed to be unlocked when you hit grade 2 in GSO, and they're definitely not. It's sort of a mix. They're all supposed to unlock by level, but sometimes you have to unlock them by exploration. Fabricators, generators. Don't care about the headlights. And rotating anchor is grade 3, so we definitely can't do that. But we could get a fixed anchor, and that would be better than nothing. As far as putting on some guns at our base. We're going to just go ahead and head back. There's a few more things to sell here. They should sell while we're gone, and you know, I don't see that being a big challenge for us. And actually, we could have made this a lot faster by using both of the terminals. Okay, so let's head back, and let's ignore him for now. I know I see him over there. He's eyeing us, but I don't really want to get into a fight without my shields and my repair bubble charged. But what we can do now with this extra cab is that we'll use AI, and we can set it to be, oh, you know what, no, this is a player cab, it's not an AI cab, but we can potentially buy a AI cab as well, and that would let us set up some automated guns at home. Okay, so let's get this fixed anchor down somewhere, and we'll put our cab on it for now, and then what we're going to do is take off some of these batteries. Now you can see I've got a battery in the middle here, and remember we just talked about that not too long ago. These aren't great to have in the middle. Again, that was part of my original design. Wasn't the best. I think I can safely take that out. Yeah, I can. So we're going to stick both of those things in there. We're going to charge this one up, and you can see how they automatically distribute power between them. We'll stick that back on there. That's going to be okay for the short term, but what we want to do probably is have a little bit more defense. So we're going to take this guy, and we're going to use some of these blocks up here. Oops, nope, take that. Stick on top of there. We're going to take some of these blocks and make this guy a little bit more defensible, and give him some wheels and whatnot. There we go, give him that wheel, one of these. And what we're going to do is just make a little base defense tech, so if we do get ambushed while we're out and about, he can help defend us. There's that. That should be okay. And let's get this guy stood up. Oop, come on, there you go. Just get him back in the repair bubble enough. No, I can't. Okay. So what we want to do is throw a few more of these things on here. We're going to stick this on the fixed anchors. Actually, we'll put it right on the front. And that's going to pop all of those off. That's alright. It doesn't have to take very long. Whoops. No. Right there. Okay, so this is not the best vehicle out there, certainly. We need another wheel. We can come back and get that later. But it would give us some kind of basic defense if somebody attacks our base. And that's all we're really going to work on for now. We're going to get more parts, get more materials, and we're going to line up a big crafting line here so that we can... Oops, let's put this on here too. So that we can actually come by and drive through and drop off a bunch of materials all at once. But for now, we're going to go out and find some more bad guys and see if we can unlock some more parts. Let's go after that big tech that we saw that was towards the shop before. There he is. Now if we can sneak up on him while he's stuck on a tree, that might actually be really good for us. And he definitely doesn't have any shields, which is very helpful, but which way is he facing? We're actually sneaking up on the back of him. That's perfect. So let's see if we can do this. Yep. We'll ambush him from behind where he can't attack us at all. And take out all of his guns before he can even fire. Booyah. Okay, so all those parts are exploding. We don't want to worry about that. What we want to do though is we're going to grab up all these parts, and I don't think we can... Yeah, we can. Good. We can throw these on the tractor pads, not the big ones though. So we're just going to stick a bunch of stuff on the back, and we'll throw a couple wheels back here if we can find a second one. Just enough to get us back to the shop here to sell these extra parts. Okay, so it's nighttime again. We're heading back. We dropped off a bunch of parts from a tech we killed along the way. We have one more dirt wheel, and we are actually pretty heavily loaded for this thing, and we haven't even started harvesting yet. But we want to get back and set up our little base defender. and that way we'll be a little bit safer at nighttime, especially when we're exploring away. We can go back and easily switch up. Okay, so let's see. We want to get this wheel onto this tech in the back there. There we go, and now we've got 4 wheels on this guy. It's not great, but it'll do. And between that and this thing, which can actually fire at a fixed position once we get a little AI module on it, we'll be good to go. And we're going to stick him kind of back here in the bubble so that if he does get attacked, he's at least protected that way. And we'll go ahead and switch out our generators again in the daytime, but what we probably need to do is redesign this vehicle a little bit while we're here so that we can get these batteries more accessible. So let's put this thing in the middle. Whoops, there we go. And we'll put the batteries right here on the outside edges. We're going to put a tractor pad on our other guy just in case we need to harvest anything with him. We can pick a few things up. And then this is not a big deal. We can take the radar off and on as we need to. But that'll work out just fine. Okay, so now we can swap out our batteries whenever we want. And in fact, we can do that right now. The only downside is that these won't recharge. Oops. There we go. And we do have a lot more tractor pads. We can make a much bigger kind of just a hauler vehicle if we wanted to. Stick that in there. There we go. Those two. And we'll stick that one in there, and that one in there, and now we've got it charged up again. So again, we're going to keep collecting things, but eventually we're going to work on a bigger hauler. What I'd like to do is get some of the larger tractor pads, and we're going to have to find those. It looks like it doesn't look like we can get them from just unlocking by level. So we're going to do a little bit of searching around at night, see if we can find somebody. Might have to go further out and go out and find somebody in the desert, for example. Sometimes you can get other parts out there that way, and there's salt flats. There's basically, GSO is just one of several different designs or companies or whatever you want to call them that have techs. And we are going fairly slow right now, so we're going to have to be, we're going to have to be real careful. Can we sneak up behind him? Nope, but that's alright. He doesn't have shields and we do. It's going to be fine. Ooh, that's a lot of pound cannons, though. Oh, man. And he's better at turning than we are. There we go. And that is why you never go out without shields. Look at all those tractor pads. That's crazy. There we go. That'll do it, and that's going to give us some more parts that we can sell as well. Anything new here? That looks like another tractor pad, some LED lights, pound cannons. It's all stuff we've had before. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and try to scrap all of that as well. What we might want to do is start bringing a delivery cannon with us, and then we can just sell these parts right here. That's probably going to be the best thing to do in the long run. But we're going to do what we've been doing, which is to connect up all the stuff on the back of this and just kind of drag it home. So I won't make you guys watch that part again. That's tedious. You've seen it. I don't think we can sell these parts. I know we can't refine them, so I don't think that's going to really do anything by putting them into the refinery. But can we throw them on the other side? Will they sell that way in the delivery cannon? Yeah, it looks like they will. So we can drop some things over there, and that will definitely work. Okay, we're going to switch out these batteries again, and we'll drop these in here. There we go, and there we go. That should work. And it doesn't look like we can sell the 2x1 blocks here, so we're just going to stick that on the back of our little fixed anchor for now. Oh, come on. Fixed anchor, go on the back of him. There we go. And we'll just save that block for later. Okay, so I think that's going to do it for today. What I'm going to do in between episodes is probably gather up a bunch more money, and I might go back to the R&D test chamber and play around with some other designs, but really, this is not bad until we get more blocks and more types of blocks, and we'll probably pick up when I've done a little bit of that. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, then please subscribe. And as always, I've been Brickwaffle. Thank you for watching.